people.
They like the
things
idea of
and the
yard
people.
sales more than
They
the
were in it.
actual
They were in
buying
it for the
things.
vibes.
Mm-hmm. It's not about buying things, it's about sending a message.
Yeah.
And the message is, I will get drunk and buy things.
Man, okay, this is not at all related, but I already told Brandon and Connor about this, but I wanted to tell you guys about it too, because it's bullshit, if we have time. So they shut off the water in my apartment for 2 days without any heads up. So we found out that the water was shut off, and we were like, hey, what the fuck? And then 2 hours later, we got an email saying, by the way, we're gonna shut your water off at some point. So now we just don't have we just don't have water for 2 days, so I had to haul all of my dishes over to the other side of the apartment and wash them in a bathroom sink.
It's cool when they let you know.
It is cool when they let you know. And my Landon called the I don't know, maintenance people, and was like, hey, what the fuck? And they were like, hold on, nobody told you? And he was like, no, nobody told me. They told me 2 hours late, in fact. And they went, well, that fucking sucks. Sorry. I'm not gonna do anything about it, but that sucks.
Man.
Damn, kids, sucks to suck. Anyways.
Yeah, basically.
Skill issue.
Honestly, look, if Landon was more skillful, he would have installed a backup water supply in the apartment.
Well, here's the thing. They only shut off half of the dorm building at a time, and I guess they just started with our half.
Okay. Still, skill issue.
That's
I
fair.
suppose.
This is a skill issue. You know what I would have done? I simply would have gone to my old friend Poseidon and have him bring me the water.
See, what I could do, if I were so inclined, I'm just not at the moment, is cry so much and so hard that it floods the apartment, and then we have all the water that we want.
That's salty! That's salt water!
That's fine, I've got a Brita.
Think harder.
However, the downside with Poseidon is that he'll also bring you a horse, so now you have a horse to take care of.
But I love horses. You forget I grew
Good
up
for
on a
you.
farm.
No, it's good for you, but for other people, it's not so great.
Well, if they
A lot of people
fuck with
don't
me-
have the facilities.
If they fuck with me, then I'll earthquake their ass with Poseidon.
Yeah.
It's actually very topical that we're talking about Poseidon in the Medusa session.
You're really good at these segues.
Yeah, so true. So true.
It is my middle name. It is Shannon Segway McConnell.
I thought it was Shannon.
You thought my middle name was Shannon?
I thought it was Shannon McConnell.
Think harder.
And with that,
That's a
Anna,
weird middle name.
take us away with the recap of last session.
All right. Okay. So, once upon a time, it was snowing. So we had to go check up on Alfie, and found that they were encased in a layer of ice and unresponsive, which was fun. So Gwyn dragged Alfie over to the fire and over to the rest of the party. We started warming Alfie up as they were slowly waking up. Astrana started to try to keep Alfie warm with her fire magic. Gwyn started to attempt to fix Alfie's necklace to keep them warm, and got a notification saying that she had an update. And it said it would improve her artificing, so she took it. She had no idea what it did, though. Anya was gathering fabric to cover Alfie, and Jericho offered up his gun to help the necklace sustain more heat. We talk about boiling a lake to help out Alfie, among some other varying levels of smart ideas. So we take Alfie to a lake that Newton tells us about. Astrana starts to heat up the lake while Jericho tries to augury a solution, but does not get a vision back. So Jericho shoots down a tree to start a bonfire. And after a full day of cutting down trees for bonfires and Alfie absorbing the heat, Alfie's cold is finally reduced to 0 again and gets their health block back. Yippee. Yippee! And then we start some downtime. Jericho starts keeping an eye on Gwyn and notices she's behaving oddly in ways that she is unaware of. So they talk about that for a little bit and attempt to use the notepad to see if they can tell what's going on with Gwyn's malfunctions, but it does not respond to her name at all. But Gwyn promises to fix Jericho's gun, and he tells her a little bit about his ex-partner, Lavinia, I believe her name was. Alfie prays to the gibbet, and then the next day, we go towards that Medusa we heard about. Jericho sees some more odd behavior from Gwyn. She gets prompted for another update, telling her that she can increase her damage. And she tells the party about the updates, including Henrietta, who recognizes the symbol that pops up with the updates as something that's bad that means power, but she did not elaborate because she is a chicken.
She's just a little chicken.
She's just a little chicken. But Gwyn declines the update while Estrana was telling us about Henrietta and some family history. Alfie summons Enora again, and then we come across an otter child named Clancy who says that the town is closed because there's a Medusa there, and also that there's a separate group claiming to be the Tattercoat Knights. So he drew us a map of the town, and we headed inside and saw a whole bunch of stone statues in there, which is where we left off.
That is correct. We left off right as you all were coming outside of the Leaping Lizard Tavern inside the town of Fairfield. I must now ask, Tattercoat Knights, what are you doing?
Right then. So, if it sees us, we're toast. Does anyone have any ideas on how to deal with that?
Talk to it through the door, maybe?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of as well. It seems that everybody who was trying to talk to him already was violent, so maybe we should do something that is not quite as violent.
I do agree with this. I think it would be good if we had something a little bit more ironclad before we make our direct approach. You know, so we have the map the child gave us, so maybe we can discuss how we are going to approach.
I mean, I think it's in the tavern right here, but I guess if I was thinking just the front door, honestly.
I feel like we should at least check to see if there is any other ways in or out first.
That was my thinking.
Okay. Looking at the map, the kid didn't happen to mark like entrances and windows and stuff, did he? I assume it's just a basic little square.
Yeah, it's a very basic map.
Okay. Alright, yeah, actually, can we kind of look around the tavern? Maybe do like a quick circle around it just to see what's up?
Sure. Are all of you doing that together?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we should stick together.
Then, as you begin to circle the tavern, you can see that in one window there appears to be like a hedgehog person who like got up on their tippy toes and was peeking in. They were turned to stone, it seems like, there. Are you peeking through the window? Or are you keeping
No.
pushing? Okay,
No, I think I'm good.
gotcha. Are you trying to peek in through any windows then? Or are you just keeping your heads down and it's like, okay, where are the doors?
I'm keeping my head down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not peeking in.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, though, none of the windows have curtains? Do they? They're all just
Yeah, no curtains. There are shutters on the outside, though. But no curtains that are like drawn
Okay.
across them.
gotcha.
Yeah. But going through, you can see that there actually are two other doors. There's kind of like a side kind of like entrance door on more of the right side of the tavern as you're going inside. And then there is a back door, which might lead to like a kitchen area or something like that.
Remind me, is this tavern multi-story?
It is a multi-story tavern, yes.
Okay. Is there like a balcony, fire escape?
There are a few balconies above, yes, but there's no like fire escape or anything.
Okay.
Okay, I guess maybe we should. Trying to think if it'd be a good idea to have people maybe waiting at the other side doors just to make sure, they don't come around and surprise us. But it would also be risky to have people alone.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
prefer that we didn't keep people alone.
I think for this mission, it's
That's
best if
tough.
we all stuck together.
I would agree.
I'm kind of the mind that we should just block all the exits. Block the exits and then shut the shutters and then start.
Set it on
discussion.
fire? Oh, sorry.
What?
I was sorry, like afterward.
No, we were gonna talk to them
Well, yeah, but if that fails,
through the walls. If that fails, I don't feel good about the idea of burning someone alive, except for Alfie. In very specific circumstances.
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I can see blocking off the exits being a good idea.
That means that they can't try and sneak around us. We can just have a cordial conversation without eyeline. Because the shutters are on the exterior, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if we shut them out here, then they can't open them back up, presumably. And, well, if they have,
We could use some of the statues to block off the doors.
we could. They're probably very heavy.
Yeah, I was thinking it would probably take at least two of us to move one, but that also means the Medusa can't easily move them on their own. At least we would hear it if they tried.
But could we move
Will it
them?
work?
Could we move them fast enough before it would hear us?
That is a good point.
So I'm sure shutting the shutters will get the attention.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then we can talk to it from there, because we don't want them to feel trapped.
Yeah, I worry that shutting them in and blocking off the exits might be seen as a little bit threatening.
aggressive. Yes, it's just like the shutters can be seen like this is just a precaution because we don't know what your deal is, and we want to talk.
Listen, I can understand that. However, I find the field of statues threatening.
That's understandable.
Fair enough.
Okay, so rundown of our plan so far. We are going to shut the shutters and move the statues.
I would think start with just the statues, and then we can start worrying about the shutters.
I think maybe shutters and then maybe worry about the doors, because I mean the shutters are the windows are the big thing. At least if they open doors and stuff, we can hear those.
The
But if
windows are
they
the ones that they're gonna notice, though. If we just move a statue in front of the door, that's a possibility they might not see it.
Yeah, they might hear the ruckus though. Depending on if we move the statues, almost definitely. Even if we use something else heavy, they would probably hear it scraping. And I'm actually kind of thinking maybe. Now I'm blanking on who said it earlier. I think it might have been Anya, but maybe making them feel threatened isn't such a good idea. Obviously, I know you're scared too, but I don't think that. I mean, they're hunkered down in here because everyone's coming after them, right? If they feel trapped, I mean, they might try to do something drastic about it.
So they might,
Give me a
they may
second. I would like to cast Augury.
Okay.
Why did the Medusa do all this?
As you go and focus, your vision begins to swim, Jericho. As it does, you see what appears to be like a small cabin in the woods. You see a dead elk with its guts splayed out kind of in front of it in a very ritualistic manner. You have seen this type of fortune telling before, familiar with it, examining the guts of animals. As you continue to look around, you can see that some of its meat is being cooked over a fire by a woman of sorts, kind of with like this darker flesh, sticks and twigs in the hair, long nose. You hear a cackle, and then there's another shifting, Jericho. You see kind of like a rocky outcropping. You hear yelling, and you see the flash of a familiar furry otter creature cross your vision. And then you're back with the rest of the party.
Okay, that one was weird. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
I tried to figure out why the Medusa was doing this, and I got a weird answer.
What kind of answer?
I saw what may have been a witch, wizard, hag, hard to tell. My bet's on wizard. Or, sorry, witch. doing horospexy on an elk, gutting it and reading the entrails for info about the future, cooking parts of it. She was laughing. And then the kid, the otter kid that we just met, was standing above on like a stony outcrop and screaming. My question was, why is the Medusa doing this? Or why did the Medusa do this? And that's the answer I got.
Huh. Well, that's a bit perplexing.
If I had to make a guess or an assumption, Medusa's here because the kid interrupted something he wasn't meant to. But that's just a guess with a little information.
Do you think
The fortune telling you saw her doing, you weren't able to kind of read what it said, were you?
Could I make out that kind of detail?
Not really, no.
Nah. And I'm decent at horospexy, but that was always more my sister's deal.
Right.
Maybe our assumption that the Medusa would be willing to talk is ill-founded.
Do you think it would benefit us to speak to the boy again, or do you just want to go straight into talking to the Medusa?
You don't think the kid's helping her, do you? I mean, because you saw the kid in your vision, but he's not stone like everyone else, and it seems like... I mean, you know, he's like a little kid. I don't think he'd be that hard to turn to stone if you put your mind to it.
I think the more information we can gather, the better.
So go back and speak to him?
That's my vote.
I'd agree. We need to understand more.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's helping the Medusa, but he might know something.
Alright, I agree.
Then you guys are
Okay.
heading back out to go
Yeah.
find this kid? Alright. Then, as you about face and head out of Fairfield, you can head back to those crossroads where the kid, Clancy, is still kind of waiting to direct people. And as you're coming, he kind of like turns around.
Ah, you're back. Did you do it?
Oh, not yet. We need to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
This may sound odd, Clancy, but let's start here. Do you go for walks in the woods?
Occasionally. Not that often, though.
Do you ever recall seeing someone in the woods who was maybe cooking some elk meat?
No.
No? Are you familiar with any local wizards, witches, hags, that sort?
Oh. I don't think so. My uncle can pull a coin out of my ear.
May I sense the emotional state of Clancy?
Happy. Generally happy. A little confused, but mostly just a happy guy.
Okay, not feeling deceptive or nervous.
No.
Okay.
Not distraught about his hometown being turned to stone?
I mean, there is like that. However, that happened a while ago. And he's like 10.
Oh, so
he's
he's just
over
kind of adjusted to his new life.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that wasn't supposed to be a little bit more esoteric than literal.
Possible.
Well, all you said, well, all I, like, what was
Shown was an otter to you.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, so we're just racially stereotyping people now.
Well, that's the most recent otter I've met.
I mean, the moment it was said, I was thinking of Quasit, although I
Yeah,
did kind
I
of
wasn't
forget for a
thinking.
second that Clancy was an otter.
Okay. Wait.
You see, I was ready to be racist in the way that, oh yeah, the one bad one we know. Gotta be his fault.
Okay, let's step away for a second. Okay.
Doesn't seem like he really knows anything. Are
Yeah.
you sure it was him you saw in your vision?
No. Listen. So far, we've met Quasit twice, and both times he's invented something weird and extremely advanced. Do you think it's at all possible that he turned someone into a Medusa?
I mean, ever since coming to this land, I've questioned what was and wasn't possible, so I think it's completely within the realm of something we could be dealing with.
I mean, Clancy had said the Medusa seemed distressed when it came to town, right? It locked itself in.
Yeah.
What if it's not meaning to do any of this?
I mean, yeah. But I'm also just. I'm wondering if the person that I saw in my vision was turned into a Medusa by Quasit, or was someone who was close to a Medusa that Quasit did something to, or helped Quasit aggravate a Medusa?
I think perhaps the only way we can start to answer some of our questions is by talking to the Medusa.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, before we go back over there and start talking again, I just want to make it clear what we're doing. Are we going with the blocking door plan, or are we just jumping straight to talking?
I feel like we should just talk.
Yeah, I feel like effectively wrapping them in there might make things worse.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to leave the tavern anyway, so they might just stay inside while we talk if we don't try to make them leave.
Okay, I get that. I do, however, disagree a little bit with the plan of always sticking together in this case. I feel like we might want to separate out a little bit. Because on the off chance that the Medusa is aggressive, if they step out and we're all in one group and they look in the direction of a big group, all of us are stone.
Fair enough. Perhaps we can spread to different vantage points where we'd all be able to see each other, but we're spread apart.
We could do that. But then who's talking to Medusa?
I mean, there are. Oh god, I have to do mental math. I think there are enough of us. We could have 2 people at each door, and then, that way no one's alone, and we can theoretically maybe all talk to the Medusa, and then also if it tries to open one of the doors, there are people to warn the others.
I'm fine talking to the Medusa. It's just I worry in this situation about us all being clumped together.
Well, yeah, that way we aren't all clumped together. We're all on different sides of the building.
Yeah. Does anyone know if a Medusa can undo the stone thing?
I don't know anything about Medusas. I've never encountered them. Never really been something I've had to. So I am flying blind here. I was hoping one of you knew.
I'm not quite sure either.
I have no clue.
I don't know if they'd be able to do it, like, themselves, the same way they freeze people, but I bet if anything, they have to know of an antidote. I assume they still have people they don't want to accidentally turn to stone. Like friends or something.
Sure.
Do we know if Medusas have friends? I know that sometimes, like snakes, they don't have friends. I don't think.
They might.
Even if they... Well, they have mates at least.
Yeah.
So do snakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There are some types of fish, though, Astrana, that, well, like, the one fish kind of gets absorbed by the other fish, and that's kind of how they make little fish. So I don't know if... What if it's like the male Medusa gets turned to stone, and then that stone gets absorbed, and that's how more Medusas are made. Maybe, like, the little Medusas hatch out of the stoned Medusa.
I got so excited thinking about anglerfish, but I don't think Astrana would know what they are. I don't think she knows their mating habits. Yeah, I guess maybe it could be like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about Medusas, except that, you're not supposed to look at them.
Are you implying that this whole town could be covered with eggs?
Oh,
I think
wackety, I
that's quite-
am!
Oh.
If I go up and look at a statue, do I see any eggs on it?
On it? No.
I think we're saying it is the egg.
Oh, it
Caleb?
is the egg?
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you were saying.
You can see at this point, Astrana, Henrietta looks up at you.
Is this an egg?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I'll figure it out.
And she, like, gets out of your arms, flaps up, and starts sitting on top of the statue. Just roosting.
Okay, so we could do the door plan where just we split up. I guess 3 of us to one door, 2 of us to another door, and we just try talking that way, or we attempt to spread up more and just surround the building.
I think there are 3 doors, so splitting us like that would still leave one door uncovered. I don't know if you care about that.
I do. We weren't able to. I know we didn't look through into any of the windows, but we were able to sort of figure out what the layout of the inn was.
Not really, no.
Okay.
There are
As long
6 of us, so we could do 2 to a door still.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. Okay. So let's pick teams.
I'll go with Gwen.
Can I stick with you, Jericho?
Sure.
All right, I'll go with Newton.
All right, you and me, Anya.
Yes.
All right, who's
Also-
taking which door?
Quick question. Also, Colin, do snakes generally have good hearing?
Make a mental check. This would regard nature.
This would regard nature. Yay. That would be 4d6 then. That's garbage. I'll go ahead and re-roll 2d6 just for funsies. That's still garbage. I got no clue. 2 more. Why not? I got plenty.
Bro doesn't even know what a snake is.
1 success.
You might
Snakes.
know
You just
what a
rolled
snake
5 twos.
Yeah. All that so that you can now learn snakes don't have an external ear.
Gotcha. Right, because they're more about vibrations and shit, right?
With a 1, maybe.
Fair.
You know, I read a book where one of the characters was talking about how snakes have some mild heat vision.
I was just trying to think of if the Medusa was able to hear us talking.
Even if snakes don't have ears, surely the Medusa does.
I would imagine because they're a person with snakes for hair.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, right.
I mean, unless your ears are on your hair, I'm not gonna judge.
Okay, so which group's going to which door?
I mean, I'm fine with taking the front if you're okay with that, Anya.
Oh yes, I adore being in the front, so we should do that.
And are both of the other doors at the very back of the tavern, or are they like one on the side?
One's on the side, the other's at the back.
Okay. Alpha, you want to take the side door?
Okay, we can do that.
And we'll go to the back. That's alright with you, Newton?
Yeah, sounds good to me. And he's gonna like scrabble up onto your back. And you watch as he's going to like take out of his backpack and like assemble like a fishing pole. Kind of got it in his hands. I'm ready.
Alright. Is that
Okay.
all you have to defend yourself if anything turns up?
He's going to like swirl the fishing rod around his head, and then he's gonna cast it
towards Alfie, taking a knife from their like belt, and then just like gets it back to himself.
Fair enough.
That's really cool. I don't think Alfie's saying anything. She's just kind of looking mildly shocked and very impressed, but then very quickly trying to mask it, but not doing a good job.
Okay.
I think Estrana's clapping.
Wynn looks very impressed.
Henrietta's still on the
Those-
statues going, "What happened? Did the egg hatch?"
No.
The egg hasn't hatched. But
Not
can you
yet.
do me a favor and can you stay right there and keep an eye on it for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, I'll let you know when we're done. Just stay there until then.
Okay.
We're gonna lose your fucking bird, dude.
She may want to hide a little more. I don't know if being out in the open on a statue is the best option.
That's fair. I'm just trying to think of where else.
Maybe we could have her be babysat by Clancy?
How long does it take us to jog all the way out to Clancy?
Like 30 minutes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's kind of a waste of time.
This point, it is 6 p.m.
Okay, yeah, can I just find... Oh, grab Henrietta and say, actually, we're gonna find a different egg for you to sit on.
Henrietta's not letting you get her off. She's going,
No, mine. And she starts pecking at you.
Oh. Okay. You know what? I think Henrietta will be fine there.
Alright,
Okay, let's go.
let's go.
"Gotcha." Then, as all of you head back, you can get outside of the Leaping Lizard Tavern at your designated stations.
Okay.
Cool. If everyone seems ready, Estrana's gonna give just like a gentle, polite knock on the front door.
Okay, give that knock. You don't hear anything right away.
Hello, my name is Estrana. I'm here with my friends. We wanted to talk to you if that's okay.
How many of you are there? Out there, I mean.
There are 6 of us. We're the Tattercoat Knights. We're all friendly. We just wanted to have a chat with you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
You're okay. I believe you. Can you tell us what happened?
I got lost in the woods. I ran across a woman, a witch, I think. Well, there's been a wolf that's been terrorizing the area. I was wanting to go out and hunt it. It ate our entire cattle herd. And I asked for something from the witch. I know now it's stupid. I'm sorry. I didn't know that she turned me into a monster. And I came to this hamlet looking for help. But on the way here, I was walking through a bit of a rocky patch trying to stay hidden. And all of a sudden, this otter ran into me and he started speaking crazy. And then he shot me with something. And then all I could do is scream at the top of my lungs when I tried to talk. I didn't realize it until I got into town and I was screaming and they were screaming and they tried to shoot and stab me and I ran in here. That's all I know, I promise. I wasn't trying to do anything. But then more and more people started coming by and oh god.
Can Jericho give like a knock on his door, just a light one?
Sure. And Astrana, you would hear kind of a jump from the other side of the door.
Hey. I'm with her. Just can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Well, first off, what's your name?
My name's Thaddeus. Thad for short.
All right, Thad. Where are you from?
I'm from Bumfuzzle.
What did you ask the witch for?
I wanted to have strong skin so that I couldn't be hurt, and maybe some powers so I could take down the wolf. Apparently a pretty well-fed wolf.
Hmm.
And she said okay. And she gave me a bunch of vials that I could drink, and each one would give me a new sort of power. I chose a green one. Now I'm like this.
Did she ask for anything in return?
I mean, yeah. She asked for the pelt of the wolf if I got it. I told her okay. And then she said if I couldn't get the pelt of the wolf in a year, that well, I would have to give her 10 years of service. And I said, okay, that's fair.
I don't suppose you got to the wolf before the otter got to you.
No, I have fucking snakes for hair, man. Why are you
No,
laughing?
I'm because the otter's an asshole.
I'm gonna.
We know the otter. Oh, sorry, Quinn.
No worries. I was just gonna say that I'm gonna knock on the door and say, "It's all right. I'm with them. We're here to help." You said the otter was talking crazy. Do you remember anything he said?
Well, he said something about not enough energy. Then he was talking. Saw me. He said, "Oh, it's scary," and that he hit me with this weird ball thing that I could only scream for about a week.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Can you tell me, was the wolf this big black wolf that kind of very, trying to think of how else to describe him.
I've never seen the wolf myself, but everyone in the area did say they were big black wolf. Caught some hunters in their own trap once. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, I think we've run into him before too.
Have you figured out any more about how your powers work?
No, not really. I mean, when I get scared, people kind of start turning to stone around me.
Okay. Do you think you can control that?
Well, if I keep my eyes closed and I guess maybe I still don't know, Mr. Tattercoat. I'm trying my best. I promise I am.
My name is Jericho.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna whisper to Jericho to not scare this poor guy anymore. Can you ask him if there's some sort of pillow or blanket he can put on his eyes or face to help control it a little bit more than just closing his eyes with willpower?
Yeah. Thad,
Yeah.
listen. None of us are gonna hurt you. We want to help. Is there a blanket, tablecloth, something you can drape around your head?
Yeah, there's a bunch of tablecloths in here.
Would you mind?
Sure. You hear, like, some rustling on the other side of the door.
Tell me when you've done it.
Okay, it should be done.
Can you say anything?
No?
Just because I'm being paranoid. Is he telling the truth?
Yeah, he can't see anything.
Okay. All right, we're gonna come in now.
Okay.
I will open the door.
Gotcha. Are the rest of you following inside?
Yep.
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 Gotcha.
Carefully, yes.
And as you enter in, you can see a fairly abandoned tavern with a series of stone statues within, mostly of people holding weapons. And you can see kind of at the center of the tavern with a multiple layers of like tablecloths on, kind of like just covering their head, kind of like wrapped tightly around, is the Medusa.
All right. Okay, Thad. Let's see what we can do about this, huh?
Okay.
I'll step in a bit closer. Where in the woods did you meet the witch?
Oh, best I can tell, she's a few miles to the north of here. She was in a little spot of trees. It was right near a small watering hole. A bunch of animals were around there. I was stopping by to try to get a stag. I got an elk, but then she came up on me and said that this was her land and I couldn't be hunting her elk. I was really apologetic, and she said that that was okay and asked if I would help her take the elk back and that she'd give me some meat. She looked a little strange, I won't lie, but I did take her animal, so I thought, well, I should probably help her.
What did she look like?
Gray skin, a long nose, like a carrot almost. She's got really ruddy, raggy hair, lots of leaves and stuff inside. And
Had you...
bones. Her bones were really protruding from her skin.
Oh, you could see them through. Oh.
Yeah, well, they were big, especially those in her hands. They were really meaty.
Mm. Had you gotten the opportunity to start to dress the kill, or did she do that when you took it back?
No, she was doing that when I got back.
It may seem odd, but was there anything different or strange about how she did it? You hunt, I assume. You've done it yourself.
Yeah, well, she really didn't get much into it. Like, she started gutting the animal, and I guess she was looking at how the guts were. She was going a little slow. Usually, I would go a little bit faster. But otherwise, I didn't see anything too abnormal, I don't think.
While we're talking to him, may I scan the room to see if I can't find the statues of the other secret Tattercoat Knights?
You don't find those. They are
Interesting.
not here.
Do I see anyone that looks like they are related to Sizzle?
Looking around, you don't see anything like that either. You don't find Fizzle.
Okay.
But while this is happening, can I be taking some of the other tablecloths and start fashioning what would be a more comfortable and reliable blindfold than just tying tablecloths around?
Yeah, you can take
Something
2 hero points.
Yay! Yay! Yes!
So, Thad, we have a... Would you mind if I just put a hand on your shoulder?
Sure. Go
I'll
ahead.
do that. Okay. We're gonna see what we can do for you, okay? We're gonna see if we can get you fixed. If I put a map on this table, then left. Could you mark on it where you met the witch?
I could do that, yeah.
Okay. Um,
Do you think you can get her to turn me back?
possibly.
That's what we hope.
We might have to, hold up your end of the bargain for you, but we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
What day, did you make this deal with her? Do you remember?
That was a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. Okay.
Is Anya finished with her work?
Yeah, Ani would be able to construct more comfortable wrap.
Hello, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Anya. I have
Hello.
made for you a blindfold. It should be a little bit easier to put on and use than just the plain tablecloths. I
Okay.
hope it is to your liking.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind. I'll put it on when you guys are gone.
Yeah,
Of course.
we'll step out. You can take off the tablecloths, mark the map, and then you can try this on, see if it works for you.
Okay.
Alright. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, okay?
All right.
And I go step out the building.
Gotcha.
I follow him.
I'll follow.
Yep, stepping outside.
Anything you guys are doing while outside?
How's Newton doing?
You can see Newton is just kind of hanging out on Wynn's shoulder. He's thinking a little bit, puzzling.
See, he was pretty friendly, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed like he got caught up in the wrong thing.
Hmm.
Poor guy. I hope we can get him back to normal.
Yeah.
I do as well.
Wild that a witch has a potion that can just turn you into a Medusa.
Yes.
Looking around just to be sure, is Henrietta still on her perch?
You can see Henrietta is still like way down the road on her perch, just looking around.
Okay.
I'll try to time out the 5 minutes.
Okay. And 5 minutes times out. You guys heading back in?
I give a knock on the door. You ready?
I was gonna say, yeah, we should knock.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. And open up back in.
You can go back in with Thad having put on the new blindfold and wrap. You can see the map is marked in front of him. Best I can tell, she is right there. And he points at a random
Alright.
spot on the table that he thinks he's pointing at the map.
Yeah, I go, where is it, roughly?
It's like a few miles north of here. I marked it.
Newton, do you know that area?
Yeah, I think I actually know the pond that he's talking about.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, not a lot of good fish in there, mainly a bunch of minnows, but real nice place.
When's the
Well, we
last
may
time
need
you've
you to
been
lead
there?
us to there.
I can lead you to there, and I guess, about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I assume there was no witch there then?
I don't think so.
When
Okay.
did Rolla say that she got the property from her family?
Oh, years ago.
Several. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, like 25 years ago or
Mhm.
something.
Okay. Just curious.
Are we being racist again, Jamie?
No,
For
just
shame.
misogynistic.
Oh,
Uh,
joy.
Or is it classist? Thad,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Do you want to come with us? you're gonna have to be blindfolded the whole time.
I
But you might not get more people coming in here disturbing you.
I don't know. Whenever I've tried to go out in the past, people have gone after me, and I don't know if I could face her again.
This time will be a bit different. You'll have an entourage.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll just be trekking through the woods. Won't be no other people to try and hurt you.
Yeah, it's up to you, but we're here. We're not going to let anyone hurt you.
He's looking a little nervous. I mean, he would be trekking blind through some terrain, so... And with the witch, you can see he's likely leaning towards no. And he kind of like sighs. Would it help you all change me back if I went?
It might be faster, if you're already there and she's able to change you back then, but, I mean, if you just had a potion before, we could just bring it back to you.
Also, I'm not privy to the finer details of which deals, but you, the person who originally made it, being there when we attempt to renegotiate might be helpful.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. That's a shot in the dark.
You can see That will nod.
I'll come along then.
Okay, here, can I take your hint?
Sure.
Alright, and I'll kind of take his hand and place it on my shoulder. Here, you can just stick with me like this, and then I'll make sure you don't trip or anything.
Okay.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
keep you safe from anyone else as well.
Of course.
Alright, let's start trekking. We got a ways to go.
Right. And Thad will allow himself to be led by Astrana.
Cool. Oh, here, I'll actually, you can just hang here for 2 seconds. I gotta run and I left my bird a little ways over there.
Here, you can take my shoulder instead, and I'll kind of just maneuver
That
his
works too.
hand to mine.
Immediately there you hear a hiss from your jacket. What is this? That's a snake. Anya, that's a snake. That's a
It's not
snake.
It's
Snake.
not a snake.
It is a
It's a-
snake.
You know what, he
It
can
is a snake.
stay with me. I just need
Snake.
a second to
Snake.
get
No, no.
Henrietta.
Snake.
Anya? Or my Maple? Oh my goodness.
I am Maple. You are Anya. That is a snake. Snake.
Okay, but this is a friendly snake.
That is a
This a friendly
snake. What are you
Calm
doing?
down.
Why are you bringing a
Calm down.
snake here? Why? I'm an indoor
He's a-
cat. I'm an indoor
He's a
cat.
friend. He's
This
a
is
friend.
not a friend.
He's
This is a snake.
Okay, if you calm down, I will give you fish later.
What type of fish?
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
She
We're going to
scratches
pond. I
you.
hear there's
Meow.
there's great fish there.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna coerce Henrietta away from the egg statue with some grain, if that's possible.
Henrietta is still just like sitting on the statue.
This is my egg. I will wait for it to hatch.
What if I
Right,
make that a
so I
child
think
fish?
it seems like it's actually not going to hatch at all unless we have to go talk to someone, and she's going to help it hatch.
I will
But we kind
protect
of
my
need to
egg.
go. See, it's actually her egg.
This is
Um.
my egg. And you can see like your chicken like turns to you.
My egg. This is mine.
Oh.
This is a crossroads.
I'm trying to
think.
think.
This.
I will protect
Colin
this
grew
egg.
up with brooding eggs, or brooding chickens.
If I got her out of sight of the statue, how long do I think it would be before she forgot about it?
It would be a while.
It would be a while. How tall is the statue?
It's like four,
Please tell
four
me
and
you
a half
had the
feet.
good sense to put it on the smallest, to put her on the smallest statue.
Well, I was thinking a taller one would be better if she stays here, and then that way she's out of the reach of things.
You could have
I was thinking
everyone
we were taking the statue with us.
just put her on some abandoned crates and barrels, build her up.
Have we been seeing coyotes and things like that around these parts?
There's
You've
a
seen
wolf,
a wolf,
baby girl.
Yeah,
We
the
have
wolf.
seen a wolf.
Oh, well.
Look, look,
Caleb!
look.
She's gonna be eaten.
Yeah, I'm thinking it through.
Henrietta might be able to fight off a wolf. You can get the wolf pelt.
Is this the mission where the pets go on a solo adventure?
Well, I was just thinking Anya could whip up one of these to make so that she can attach it to Thaddeus and make Mabel happy.
I was so worried this was gonna happen.
What you doing, Astrana?
Thinking hard. Because I was thinking of just like wrapping her in my coat and just kind of holding her until she calms down, like I do with pork chop and like you do with birds. But you said it's gonna be a while for her to forget about it.
We could
Can't you
find
just-
a really pretty smooth rock and have her fixate on a different egg.
Actually, yeah, I'll run over to Anya. Can I have? Do you have any rocks that are shaped like eggs?
Oh, absolutely. I have at least 7 on me at all times.
Great. Can I have one?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. And then I'll come back to Henrietta and I'll say, you know, you've done really just such a great job brooding on this egg. But you know, I found this one. It's really cold. Do you think you could help warm this one up instead? It seems like it might need it a little bit more.
And you can see Henrietta like shuffles, allowing you to like make room to put the egg under her. Egg, quote unquote.
You know, I really want to keep the egg with me too, though. Do you think you could come with me?
She looks down at the statue, then to you. I can't move this.
Right, you can't, but I think it'll be okay if you leave it for just a little bit.
No. My egg.
I lean over to Astrana. Can't you just tell her that, like, I don't know, this is an unfertilized rock?
I mean, right, yeah, like
That she's sitting
Henrietta,
on?
the egg you're on, it's not actually able to hatch right now. We need to get more stuff to make it hatch. Right now, it just kind of won't really do anything.
No, I feel it move. It will hatch.
Told you these fucking eggs, dude.
What?
What do you mean you feel it move?
It moves.
Can I put a hand up against the statue?
Sure.
Do I feel movement?
No.
How often does it move?
I don't know. It moves.
See, I don't know what to do about that either.
Well, the egg that I found is an only child. It will destroy any of its siblings, and it needs all of your attention, if you wouldn't mind.
I mind. She goes
It's
back to her
really
egg.
small, and it's really lonely, and I'm very scared that if it doesn't have a good mother, it's not gonna make it.
You can.
And the egg that you're sitting on, what if it already has a mother? And
I'm its mother.
but the
This
other
is my
mother should be,
egg.
she could be coming back soon, and then she'll be really mad.
I'll
You know
defeat
how
her
mad
in
you
pitched
get.
combat.
But what about this egg too? Don't you think it? I'm just very scared that it needs your help.
Will you like offer it up to her?
I guess so. Why not?
She'll like take it in her beak and just put it under her and settle back down.
Fuck.
No, we need to take that egg with us,
It
Henrietta.
It's
it
mine.
doesn't like sibling. It doesn't like siblings. It'll kill its siblings.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
It's mine.
Maple, are you craving poultry?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
No, let's not do it that way.
I have been such a good cat.
I am just saying, maybe Henrietta could use some inspiration.
I could inspire her so much.
Exactly. You understand me,
Oh
Maple.
no.
You know, Anya, you said you had 6 more rocks, right?
Eggs. Eggs. I had 6 more
Eggs.
eggs.
6 more. Yes, 6 more rock-shaped eggs. Um, can you hand them to me, please?
Yes, of course. This one has a little bit of quartz-looking shell, and this one it has such.
Okay, yes, that's
beautiful
fantastic.
dappled- No, none of them fucking appreciate me.
Sorry, I do really, really appreciate them, I promise. And you. Can I try to arrange the rocks in my bag so they're in kind of the formation of a nest in there?
Sure.
Right, you see, I know you've got that one really big egg, but there are a lot of these eggs, and they I think they really need you, and we're just not able to take care of them on our own.
You can see that she kind of like shimmies and like she's like gesturing under her for you to put the eggs. Look, Astrana, you would know. Like, Henrietta is roosting. There are 2 ways to get her off. The egg hatches, or you move her.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna... God, my coat's gonna get even more tattered.
He's looking to
Okay.
tatter your coat.
Them's the names of the games, brother.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of shrug off my coat and say, I'm sorry, Henrietta. And then I'm swaddling her up.
Okay, make a physical save.
Yep.
Can I help?
I don't suppose farmer's wisdom factors in?
No.
No? Okay.
There's nothing farmer's wisdom about this.
Reroll 1. God damn it. 1 success.
1 success? Okay. All of you watch as Astrana puts the jacket over the chicken, and then all of a sudden, Astrana, you're
Yeah.
flying.
Oh,
The rest of you
I-
watch as there's this blast of violet fire that sends Astrana off at a 45-degree angle into the sky.
Holy
Can I
shit!
try to catch her? Can I try to catch her?
She's
Can we
1,000
grab her?
feet, 2,000 feet,
Holy
3,000
shit.
feet. Just
You know how you shuffle in softball or baseball to get ready to catch? That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
What?
what you guys doing?
I rushed to
running,
get like
running in the same direction,
Okay.
Yeah,
preparing to
trying
catch her if she falls.
Astrana.
I rush inside to try and find the biggest blanket, tablecloth, just giant piece of cloth I could find,
Sure.
and then I run back out.
All right. Let's see. So Gwen and Alfie were the ones running first. Both of you make physical checks.
All right.
Okay.
Since I don't have a chicken in my jacket, can I try to use the jacket as like a parachute to kind of slow myself down?
You can certainly try.
I'll re-roll 2 of those.
Make a physical check, Astrana.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll 3 of those.
Yeah.
Two, two successes as well.
Okay.
Gonna reroll one. One success for me.
Gotcha. You are not slowing your descent by much, as the zenith, the apex, is about 3,000 feet in the air, as you then start to come back down, falling fast, Estrana. At this pace, Alfie and Gwyn, you are not reaching the landing zone, which is like outside the town of Fairfield. As you can see, it's like 8 o'clock, and there's this like purple smoke trail of Estrana that is now dive bombing towards the ground.
How far away can I summon an aura?
Usually like right beside you.
Damn it, never mind. Okay.
Like maybe
I've
like
been playing
30 feet if
Rivals
you're
too much.
pushing
I was
it.
thinking of Loki.
Mm-hmm.
I can't use quick feet, right? It's just combat.
Yeah, that's mostly just combat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is there anything you guys tried to do to like get closer to her before Estrana hits?
Can Fred, can you help us?
Fishing pole. The horse fishing pole.
The fish. No, Newton. His
What?
fishing pole. He snatched stuff earlier.
So not
he
the
can,
horse?
He can probably help.
Can I call for fishing pole our horse who doesn't know his name?
Yeah, horse doesn't know the name, and Newton's still on your shoulder, and he's just like looks back and goes, "I'll try something," and he's going to attempt to like take out his fishing rod and cast it backwards as you're running, trying to hook the horse by the bridle.
Can I
No,
try
you said that
something?
the only people that fish with nets are cowards, but you still have a net.
No, I don't.
Fuck.
Why do you think I grabbed the giant piece of cloth?
Well, are you running fast enough for it to be useful?
With the horse, maybe?
Well, as,
We've got the rope.
Can I give some
Oh,
rerolls to
Can
Newton?
can I try something?
sure.
Okay, so would it be possible to do a fell curse of your clothes inflate into a cushion? Clothes inflate into.
Is that a
Not really-
curse?
Yeah, that's not really a curse.
I mean, it just says it has to be annoying, and that could be annoying in a certain.
I feel like
context.
Violet Beauregard from Willy Wonka would disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, yeah, it could be an annoying curse in a different context.
I believe it still has like a range to it as well. So I would say for this you would need to be
Within
at least
100,
yeah.
100 feet, it says. Gosh darn it.
So
I love that we're going through all of this while Estrana is still in the air. I feel like our time is really running out.
well, so by your command, like Newton throws the fishing hook and actually, or the fishing line, hooks fishing pole as Jericho runs out. And Jericho, you watch as fishing pole goes bolting after Gwen, Alfie, and Newton as you just have like this massive like tablecloth in your hands.
Can I jump on fishing pole as
Sure.
it runs by?
Can I also do that?
Make a physical check to see if like as you're running out you could leap forward and like grab onto the horse.
Oh, God.
Like running after a train.
I'm using two of these. Okay, one success.
How desperately do you want on this horse?
Pretty desperately.
Desperately enough to drop the tablecloth?
Ah, damn it. That's the thing I was gonna use to help. No.
Okay. Then you just barely, because you only have one hand to reach out, like momentarily like touch the horse and then
Wait. I will let go of the tablecloth.
I'm sorry, you already called it, man.
Damn it. Okay, fine. Then I will then doing it the other way around, I will throw the tablecloth to Gwyn, who is on the horse, and if I need to, I will
Gwyn's
use
not on the horse at this time, remember. Gwyn is ahead of you. Gwyn is, like, Newton cast back to pull the horse towards them. Get them moving.
I'm
Okay.
sure Newton can cast back again for the cloth.
I'm going to use a psionic point to lift the blanket onto the horse. Can I do that?
You could, yes.
Okay, do that.
Okay. So, put the blanket onto the horse. Horse is running by. Gwyn, Alfie, both of you make physical checks to try to hop on the horse.
Alright.
Right. Will do.
I'm gonna reroll through those again. One success.
Oh, that sucks. I will re-roll 2 of those.
Dang.
Oh, 1 success.
Newton's gonna try to cast himself onto the horse. Are you? So, here's what happens. Alfie and Gwyn, you guys both try to leap onto the horse, but you slam into each other as you both leap. Horse runs by. Newton, jumps on the back of the horse, and now he's speeding towards Estrana alone as he looks back and goes, "Guys, help! Help! It's big! It's big!" He's riding away.
I'm still running afterwards.
I'm
Even if I
running.
can't,
Still.
I'm still
even if I
running.
have no hope to catch up, I'm still doing it.
Okay.
If I could... Oh god, there's no chance to catch up to that horse. But I'm gonna try anyway. I'm just gonna sprint.
Okay. Estrana,
Yeah.
as you're falling, you see a horse charging away from the group with Newton on the back, who's just looking up at you as you are 1,000 feet and falling fast. What is your plan?
Oh God. Is God, sorry. Is he holding out the cloth or anything for me to land on?
Well, here's the thing, the cloth isn't taut. He doesn't have
It's
a
not-
second person. How is he supposed to make it taut, Caleb?
I don't know. I'm just
The
asking.
horse.
I may have had a little too much faith in his Indiana Jones-like fishing pole.
Well, no. Newton's the only one that's been succeeding.
Yeah.
I feel like if I land on the horse, I'm gonna kill it.
No.
Is there a body of water you can aim for?
Is there a body of water I can aim for?
No.
That's still like concrete, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I try one more thing?
Sure.
I'm gonna try to call out to Henrietta as we're running.
Okay, what do you say?
Henrietta, can you save her?
Make a
Or
spirit
anything.
check.
Okay, I don't have great spirit, but I'll do my best. Is the number of successes I would need greater than 2? Because
It's
this
like
isn't help.
it's like 2 probably for there to be
Okay.
anything.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I have 2 hero points, don't worry.
Okay.
Let's
Hey!
Yay!
Let's go.
Okay. Then you call to Henrietta. What are you doing, Estrana?
Oh God, I think trying to slow myself down didn't work. I think Estrana's at this point just bracing for impact, trying to look for the quote-unquote softest landing spot possible. That's not like a living thing that's gonna get like absolutely obliterated by her.
So what are you aiming for in the middle of like a wheat field?
God. Okay, I guess if there's no bush or anything, just scrapping that and fucking bracing for impact.
I mean, there's like the occasional tree that like the farmers haven't cleared out.
Okay, sure. I'll go for a tree. Trying to oh, I mean, those branches and shit are still gonna hurt, but maybe they'll kind of slow me down before I. Yeah, oh fuck it. I'll aim for like a tree to like slow me down before I hit the ground, I guess.
Okay,
Survive the first impaling?
make a physical check at benefit 1.
Okay. Rerolls.
Hey.
Yay!
Well, as you aim at this moment, Astrana, you find the tree. Kind of like extend the coat a little bit further, and then thump, hit the tree as you find yourself impaled.
God damn it!
Oh, oh God.
What's the benefit because I've been impaled before?
No, the benefit was help from your chicken.
Ah, I see.
As
Run up to the tree.
like you're like on the top of the tree, you're facing down, Astrana, with like the top just like directly through your midsection. As you can see your friends looking up from below as they arrive. Newton first as he goes, oh no. Hang in there, Astrana.
Newton.
Yeah.
Weirdly, this has happened before.
Yeah, you told me.
Good job getting on the horse, Newton.
Last
I'm
time,
gonna start
yeah,
climbing the tree.
Okay.
when
How many
fixed
health
it.
blocks have I lost from this?
Only one, thanks to the help.
Only one.
It
Do I
would've
need to
been more.
roll for injury? Sorry?
Your injury is a hole in your chest.
My injury is a hole in my chest. That is fair. But it's not giving me like a specific like detriment or
No.
anything. Okay.
So you come here often?
I find myself here a lot.
Did Thad manage to stay attached, or did we leave him?
I'm assuming you left him.
I go back to get him.
Okay.
Can I get Astrana down safely?
I'll make a physical check.
Okay. Can I
Just assuming
benefit
Gwen's
since
got
I've done this before?
Sure. Strangest sense of
You're
deja
practiced. This
I'm
specifically.
2 successes?
vu. That was enough before. It's enough now.
Okay.
As you like lift Estrada up off the tree, you like
Oh,
just
this feels familiar.
yeah, you kind of like wince Estrada as Gwen just carries you down.
We've got to stop meeting like this.
I am going to stop letting you out of my sight.
Well, you know what? I think Henrietta will be safe.
I'm gonna... Oh my gosh, I don't trust you to walk on your own. You're gonna get impaled on a tree again.
No, I'll
really?
be fine.
Your chicken exploded.
Yeah, that's new.
Is it new or was it just something you never knew about her?
New to me. I don't know if that's a here thing or if. I mean, I
Henrietta?
think it's a here thing. I don't. She hasn't exploded protecting her eggs before, but I guess I haven't really tried to take them away before.
Is Henrietta here just hanging around?
I'm
Is she okay?
assuming you are still like at the tree, like outside of town at the moment, not near Henrietta.
I'm running back.
Yeah, I mean Jericho's running back.
You want to join me? I guess.
Yeah, we'll get
I guess we'll go
Astrana
with
back in
Jericho,
town.
too.
Yeah, Estrana will be walking as best she can back there.
Gotcha.
Gwen and I both carry Astrana.
Sure. And as you like carrying Jericho running back, you are going, Gwen, and then as you're like walking, you hear a noise.
Oh, fuck.
A new update is available.
Oh, UV.
This is for an anti-falling system.
Man, Gwen, you got a good algorithm.
Look at that
These
AI
damn
update.
phones are listening in. Targeted advertising.
As we walk, I'm gonna say, oh, I've got another one of those updates notifications.
What is it for?
Anti-falling technology?
It couldn't have given you that 5 minutes ago?
I guess not.
Effie is not laughing. What do you think about it, though?
How often do we think we're gonna find us in a situation where one of us is 1,000 feet in the air? Is my question.
I mean, that's
I'm
how we
beginning
got
to
here.
think-
What?
I'm beginning to think it's a non-zero chance, which is more than I thought 5 minutes ago.
I feel like we've done a lot of falling. We fell off that cliff just a few days ago against the scrim below.
And you guys fell when we were in the cube. There was a lot of falling then.
We actually do a lot of falling.
Don't talk about the cube. I don't like talking about the cube. I hated the cube. I knew I was right to not like the cube. And now the only spoil from the cube is gone. So I don't like the
He
cube.
was not a spoil, he was a friend.
He was a friend that we plundered from a cube. Okay.
Adopted.
You came pretty willingly.
Rescued. Even. Besides the point, though.
My brain is trying to update. Can we refocus?
What are you
I-
gonna do?
I understand that. It seems like a good idea, but I don't know what these updates are doing to me other than what they're telling me.
Felt any different since taking the other update?
I mean,
Jericho noticed some differences.
yeah.
Hmm.
I've apparently been acting a little different. But I don't know if it's that different. I think I should take it.
Alright, if you're sure.
Well, I'm not
Okay.
sure, but I'm never sure. I'll take the update.
Okay. Then as you accept, your anti-crash update goes through. Will be added to your items.
Please. Really, if I
Sound
keep accepting
gleeful.
these updates, my hubris will not fail me.
It's just like the tadpoles in Baldur's Gate 3. The only downside is roleplay. Nothing else is gonna happen. Only benefits. Nothing bad ever happens from tampering with unknown powers.
Unfortunately, this is only beneficial towards me. I can't save you if you're 1,000 feet in the air, Strata. Sorry.
Oh.
So your brain went, damn, hope that doesn't happen to me.
Damn,
Don't
that
worry,
seems
guys.
like
Clearly
shit.
built different.
I'm safe. I'm built different. Sucks for you, though. So next time I fall down the cliff and take 2 other people with me, I'll be fine.
Well done.
At this point, though, all of you return back to Thad and Henrietta, sitting up on the statue. Thad kind of is looking around. Hello?
Right
Oh,
here,
what
right
happened?
here.
What happened?
I don't
I got
know.
launched into a tree.
Oh.
We.
I said
You-
I.
Okay, I heard we. We did not shoot it.
I updated again.
It was a group effort. Oh, right. Yeah, that also happened.
What does that
So
mean?
tell me if I start
I was
acting
about to
weird.
say,
Don't worry
why?
about it.
Okay.
I thought I'd be able to help next time someone gets shot 1,000 feet in the air. I think I might be able
3,000?
to help me. 3,000, yeah. Who can forget?
Not me.
Where's Henrietta?
On the statue.
on the
Just sitting
statue.
there. Just,
Henrietta,
oh, hello.
what the hell was that?
Hmm? This is my egg.
No. What the hell was that?
Did you just kick a straw into the stratosphere?
I don't know. Astrana, you're back.
I'm back.
And she got seriously hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, please don't launch me into the air again.
okay.
Okay, I think... But you know what? If anyone else comes up to you who is not one of us, and they... If you see a wolf, and he comes up to you, you do that to him, okay?
Okay.
Can you please get off the statue now?
This is my egg.
It's...
We're not doing that. We're just leaving.
Yeah, no, I think she'll be fine until we can get them unfrozen.
All right, let's
Let's go.
leave. Please.
And assuming I'm able to kind of limp along, I'll kind of guide Thad's hand back onto my shoulder.
Gotcha.
I'll just take him. Wait, no. Actually, no. One of you should. I've put Piero through too much.
I think, boss. What's
No, it'll be fine. We've... now we're both going at a slow pace. We're matching.
And he'll just nod.
Hey, Astrana.
Yeah?
I'm assuming we're already walking away.
Yeah.
Are we at all worried that if we do get them undone, Henrietta's gonna see whoever she's sitting on as her baby? Which will cause its
I
own
don't
problems.
know. Let's worry about this one first.
I need to Google if chickens eat their babies. Hold on.
They do.
I thought so. That's why
No,
I
she's
thought
gonna eat
so.
him.
It's like a grown man, though. She's just gonna kind of peck at him.
She just launched me into the
I'm
stratosphere.
not sure that's true.
It's probably going to be a problem, but one thing at a time, please.
Anything else you were wishing to do or talk about as you are walking to where this witch was seen?
I'm going to try to keep hyper aware of myself to see if I can tell if I start acting weird or
Also
if
keeping a
anything.
close eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem faster. Everyone else seems slower. Don't feel like you're getting tired at all. Also, like, you're not looking at the map, Gwyn, but you are just figuring out where to go. It's very nice.
Got a GPS.
Mm-hmm. Everything just seems easy and smooth for you.
That's nice.
I don't trust
Okay.
this newfangled technology.
I'm just doing my best to help Thad.
Gotcha. I mean, he's blind, so he's tripping and stumbling everywhere, especially as you get through more rocky portions of the terrain and then start heading towards the watering hole where there is some more trees around as you approach.
Yeah, I imagine I'm trying to help point stuff out to him, but it's also dark as shit, so there's probably a lot I'm just missing.
Yeah, it's getting close to midnight at this point before you go ahead and reach the watering hole. And Thad begins to give all of you directions, and you'd be able to see, Alfie, that there is a path that is kind of near the watering hole that goes deeper into kind of this wooded area.
I think it's there. That's where I went last.
Are you guys going?
Yep.
Strana, do you feel okay to go?
Um,
During you were
I-
just impaled 2 hours ago.
my stamina is fine, right? It's just the missing health block.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, everything hurts, but I'm okay. I don't really want to make anyone wait longer just for me. And I mean, we're basically there anyway, so if she wanders around at all, she's going to find us anyway.
Okay.
No, but thank you. I'll be fine.
And as you all progress forward, eventually you would see a light in the woods. A small hut with the door open, and you would hear humming coming from the inside. Do-diddy-da, do-diddy-dee. Some fresh mutton for me. And it's just like a jaunting tune that goes through the air.
Can I... Wait, let me double check the rules on something real quick. Never mind.
It looks like she's expecting us.
Suppose so, yes.
Okay. Who's going up first?
I suppose I could try. What's our play? Just talking? Asking what happened?
Yeah, I think just be nice, be polite, see if she can turn that back.
Okay.
Um,
So,
turn him back, and if she has something to turn all the other people back from stone.
it's fair, yes. Okay. Okay. May I approach and timidly knock on the door? I don't
It's
like that
open.
there's a battle map with a lot of blood on it.
Elk.
Oh,
It's a very large elk. Holy shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, actually, Christ.
Um,
Is there an open frog just here?
Yeah. Big frog.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling, and this is, I assume, the mutton she's talking about?
That's a piece of meat, yeah. Not the one she's cooking.
Out of curiosity, can I read anything in the frog?
As you, you can walk over and look.
Yeah, look.
All right, go ahead and make a spirit check.
Okay. Yeah, try some more of those. Nothing.
As you look at the entrails, Jericho, again, it's not your specialty here.
Yeah.
You are able to gather that there's a wind change coming. But what it relates to, you don't know. But based on what you know about Eurospexy, a wind change.
Okay. I look at Alfie, who volunteered to go in.
I'm suddenly looking a lot less sure. Oh, we could all go together as well. And I'm not
Oh,
those.
I mean, I figured we'd all be going up together. I just meant who was going to go up and knock.
Okay, I can knock.
It's open.
I knock.
Okay.
I knock on like the door frame.
Yeah, I'm not being like straight there. I'm just kind of hovering.
Who is it?
Hello. We are the Tattercoat Knights.
Oh, I am Granny Cracklebones. How do you do?
I do fairly well.
Good, good.
Would you mind if we came in?
Please have a seat around my fire.
We do have a couple of guests with us. Can they also come?
Of course, of course.
Start stepping in. Is this just like a massive pile of hay?
Yeah.
Man.
Please, please, have some beans, have some meat.
I'll just like guide Thad to one of the seats before.
Oh, those aren't seats.
Sitting-
Those are
Oh, no?
pieces of hardtack.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll stick by Newton so he feels okay.
Newton is approaching.
Okay, good. I thought he was just hanging out in the corner. That's why. Oh, I don't want to be right next to her.
Would you mind if I ask you a question, Granny?
Not at all.
Have you met our acquaintance Thad there?
I have. I granted a wish of his.
So I understand. And from my understanding, you were quite generous with this granting.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. A pelt of
I mean-
a renowned wolf for a small selection of potions.
Well, there was an accident with his newfound powers.
Oh, what accident is that?
There was unfortunate collateral. Several people turned to stone that were turned without his meaning.
Oh,
He was under an effect that he did not wish, and not yours to be clear, but a different one, and it resulted in many statues littering a small town that he did not wish to create.
oh, well, that is certainly disappointing.
We came here to see if there might be a way for you to tell us how or to help us in undoing this unfortunate circumstance.
Hmm. Well, would you like everybody turned from stone?
Back to the condition they were in before they were stone. That'd be ideal.
I see. A retraction. I often don't do those, Jericho. But perhaps I might make an exception for a fellow oracle.
I was under the understanding that you practiced.
I did. I was looking into the future, and I have seen some interesting things.
Oh, may I ask what you have read?
Ooh, well, of course I have read about... Who was it? Lavinia Roca? Your prison guard friend? former prison guard friend.
Oh, and what is Lavinia up to these days?
Hmm, that is privileged information. But we could rope it into a final deal.
Well, what sort of thing would you ask for? Let's start with just the original ask of the retraction.
What would you be willing to give?
I do not know what to offer. I mean, it seems that here in your place you have quite a lot.
I do.
Much meat, much water, much bedding, much warmth from fire.
But a lack of someone to share this place with. So large, yet the whole. It cannot be filled. Perhaps, though, Jericho, you can help provide something more lively for my home.
Can I ask what you mean?
Of course. And you can see her eyes flicker to your pocket. You have a companion. Would
I
you be
do, and he
willing
is
to?
very dear to me.
Which makes him all the more dear to me. And you feel a set of claws just kind of move across one of your shoulders, Jericho. One simple rat for so much magic.
Is there nothing else I could offer?
Oh, I'm always willing to hear. But you
With
have
my
yet
influence-
offered nothing.
My influence, as low as it is, am I able to offer the Elder Blood Dagger?
Well, your influence is not technically that low, but you could try and go ahead and I suppose make a spirit save if you want to try and offer it.
I'm not good at those. Nope, nothing.
Do you have
I have hero
points?
points, but I kind of want to save them. Oh, fuck it, fine. One success?
You are not compelled to offer up the dagger. You can offer it if you'd like.
Awesome. Elfie will carefully step forward and offer the dagger out, kind of like in like flat hand, so it doesn't look threatening. Like how, you know, in those arts where they're like kneeling and offering up the sword, except she's not kneeling.
What is this? What is this? What is this?
A dagger.
This for
Seems
the statues.
for the statues and for returning our friend Thaddeus to his original state.
It's a deal.
I
And
feel
she'll
like
go
we fuck-
and snatch
Oh,
up
wait.
the dagger.
Can I like hold back for a second?
She's
And-
snatching it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair. And if it isn't too much to ask, as well as giving Jericho the information he was asking for.
Oh no, that wasn't part of our deal.
Okay.
But I will treasure this dagger dearly.
I'm sure she will. That's out of character. I feel like I shouldn't have given that up, but that's okay. It's probably fine.
So, what now?
Now, at first light, when the purifying rays of the sun hit both the statues and Thaddeus, they will be returned to their original states.
Dang it, we haven't rested since we met Thaddeus, have we?
No.
Dang it. Okay. Can I tell if she's lying anyway?
I mean, you can make a spirit check.
Okay. Give it a shot.
Could I also try to read if she's... I don't like that. I know original state is the phrase Alfie used, but I am curious how she's interpreting
It
it.
was not me. That was Jericho's phrasing.
That-
Jericho, my
not-
bad.
What I said
No,
was...
you said it too, I'm pretty sure.
What I thought I said
Regardless.
was
I think
how they
Jericho
were
said-
before... Okay.
Yeah, before they turned to stone.
Mhm.
The 3
Regardless.
successes.
Yeah, she's not lying. You don't
Okay.
think. You think that you might have severely overpaid. She's making
Yeah,
out
we
of this
guessed
like a
that
bandit.
one.
So she's completely willing to let all of it go.
Well, we thank you for allowing us to share your fire.
Of course. Would you like to take mutton for the road?
I'm not hungry, but thank you.
Would you like to know about Lavinia?
I am curious.
All you must do is offer.
How many dragon teeth did I get?
Like, you probably got like 16, 17.
Can I offer up one?
Yeah, and you can see that Granny Cracklebones just kind of smiles. Not the sort of thing I look for.
So we had 16 and 17 dragon teeth and we led with the fucking dagger.
Yeah. That...
I didn't know we had the dragon teeth.
Oh, apparently she doesn't want them.
Oh, it would have been a good offer. Before jumping straight in. It's like if somebody was like trying to sell a used car and they're like, make me an offer, and you're like, I don't know, does like $10 million in government bonds sound good, I guess?
That
Jamie,
was
you offered
you
it.
who did
you
that.
want my other car.
You offered it, Jamie.
I know, but nobody else was offering anything, and she wanted Piero.
I was about to. You didn't... Okay.
You didn't stop me. Ah!
Yes, we must take the wheel from you. As you are hitting the accelerator.
I appreciate your offer. However, at this particular moment, I think I simply have to move on.
I understand. Any other offers? Any other wishes that could be granted? I have seen much in your futures.
I believe, Thad, did you want to not be a Medusa anymore?
We'd got
That was
already.
included.
Oh, that was included. Cool. Double checking.
I think I'm okay, but thank you.
I see. Then, if there is nothing else, It is getting quite late.
Of course, we appreciate your time. And as a fellow practitioner, I appreciate your talents.
Mm. And she gives a small bow to you.
And I will return it. Alright, everyone, let's leave. Give Granny her personal space.
Yes, of course. Thank you
Yeah.
very
Start
much.
walking
thank
out of
you.
here.
Yep, leaving that out with me.
Newton,
Newton?
You see Newton's like whispering with Granny.
Newton?
you right, Newton?
You can see Granny just kind of turns back to the rest of you. Pay no mind to them. We're just discussing some things. And she turns back and continues whispering with Newton.
I can't hear what they're saying.
They're keeping it rather low, especially
May
now
I
that you
use a
walked
hero
up.
point to refresh my sense emotional state
Sure.
ability and do that on Newton?
Mm-hmm. You detect nervousness and some desperation, but also hope. And
Newton,
go ahead, Gwen.
Newton, I trust you, but be careful.
He kind of like pulls back away from Granny and nods. I know. Is it a deal? It's a deal. And he watches the two shake hands. And kind of steps aside. Good luck, Tattercoat Knights. Are all of you leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you exit.
I think we travel a little bit before we make up a camp.
Okay.
A good idea.
Mhm.
And as you travel, go and start setting up the camp. This moment, and look at all of you kind of crowding around, and you'd be able to see bits of scales are beginning to start to fall off of that, replaced by kind of fur underneath. And as it kind of pans out, Newton is nervously looking at his fishing rod. At the same point, the camera goes and begins to fly out, pushing in on Granny Cracklebones as she holds the Elder Blood dagger in front of the firelight, cackling maniacally, looking at all the fine edges as she goes and she pulls the dagger across her own flesh and allows bits of blood to drip into the fire. And it's here where we will end the session for today. As all of you can go ahead and take 3 hero points and also take a level up.
Oh,
Yay!
Yippee!
Thank you for the session.
yeah.
Of course.
Thank you for the session.
I am so sorry. I didn't know it was worth that much. I am so deeply sorry.
Uh-huh.
Now we have
You-
plot.
Are we allowed to see the stat block of the dagger?
Sure, you can tell him what the stat block was, Jamie.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Can I send a screenshot?
Sure.
Rather, because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
Jamie.
Was there?
Yeah. So,
So we just have to never piss her off, ever.
I don't know if that's a factor.
well, I thought it would be a good way to not be influenced by possibly evil things anymore, was the angle I was coming at it from.
Okay, let's see here.
Let me read this.
Because last time I started messing with evil, addictive things, it ended badly. So I don't want that anywhere near me anymore.
So I was thinking about whipping one of these up for Jamie's brain. Hold on, it's yeah.
You have full permission to at any point say, hey, hold the fuck on, and I will hold on. It felt
Listen.
like there was a lot of silence where nobody was offering anything, so I felt like we needed to do something.
I was looking through my inventory. I'll be frank with you. But,
Yeah, I was
You
looking
know the
through
good
my
place
inventory.
bit about Jason throwing a Molotov cocktail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We immediately have a different problem, but it's fine.
Listen,
His problem looks a lot worse.
Colin, how bad of a... You know what? May I...
don't ask the question.
I
even-
don't want to know.
I don't want to know either, actually. I just have a different question. How mad are you about that?
I'm not mad at all. What the rest of you will think, that's another issue.
I was just scared
my
that you were
God.
mad.
Oh boy.
I can handle other people being disappointed, probably. I just didn't want anyone to be mad.
Oh,
Like,
people will
straight
be
up
mad.
angry.
Jamie,
How
what
much
did-
does this derail the current plotline we're on?
Well, you guys haven't really been doing much plot, so...
Okay, how much does this derail what you had planned so far?
Again, I don't... I set you guys up in a sandbox where, like, again, like, your main objective is the Breeze Stones. You haven't even touched that yet.
Getting there. We're in
Um,
an area where there used to be some possible things
what?
happening.
Not with the Breestones. Those are far away.
Maybe we can get to it by next season.
This is a good... This... I will say, you've just added another BBEG.
Okay. That means another chance at loot. We're good. We're still good.
I would just have you read the blood detonation ability again.
Yeah,
I'm staring at it.
So
Yeah.
I know, but it's fine. So in case you were wondering why the, 2 combats we've had since I got this, I keep asking if I can permanently drop my order down to the bottom. This is why, but I don't lose health blocks because I was at 1 health block the entire time. So I couldn't have lost any health blocks. So I didn't use it.
There's still blood detonation.
Yeah. That's true too.
Jamie will start the apocalypse and then go, "Are you mad at me?"
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm asking.
It's happened repeatedly.
Do I need to update the
in
apocalypse
fact-
counter, Colin?
Yeah,
In fact,
Actually?
yeah.
Oh,
We're not joking, I actually do.
What-
Colin
what-
said
what'd he say?
slash
What did he say?
SRS. He said /SRS, not /J.
But it was last updated over a year ago, so you know what? We're on a good streak.
Jamie.
no, no.
Okay.
I love how you guys went, okay, we have the Elder Wand from Harry Potter. Now,
I didn't know what it was! I thought it was a freaky dagger!
You were
Jamie!
the only one who knew what it was because you had the stat block and you didn't tell any of us anything.
I thought it was freaky! And I was scared!
Oh, we immediately did. What did we do?
And all I told Athena was that the apocalypse counter got updated.
Oh no.
Look, this is... By the way, this is just the base form of the Elder Blood Dagger.
Yeah, don't
God.
worry about it. Don't worry
you guys,
about it.
You guys don't know
I'm
what
worried about
redacted
it.
means. You don't know what its awakened form is or any of its other forms.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
I think
I'm
we should worry
just
about it.
astounded that you did that, and then you found a way to try to blame Dalton for it.
I
Yeah.
wasn't blaming anybody.
You really said
not
it's
blaming
Dalton's
anyone.
fault.
You really said, why didn't
literally
you guys stop
did.
me? Why
You
didn't you
interrupted him
Whoa.
and then said, "Why didn't you
I
lead
didn't
with the
interrupt
thing you were
anyone.
going to do?"
Did I actually interrupt you? I'm so sorry.
As I said, I was looking in my inventory to see what I could offer,
It
and
felt
then
like
you were
there was
like,
a lot of
"Hey,
silence.
I've
So I
got
was
an offer."
very, very stressed.
Everyone was looking through their inventories, bro.
Yeah. Also,
To go get dinner.
Just-
Good night.
good night. Also, just to sort of put the pin in this particular point, I had no idea what that dagger was.
Yeah, I don't think
I just
anyone
knew the
did.
I had
name.
no fucking clue what
I
that
didn't
dagger
know what
was.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what it did, but I didn't know what it was.
You had
Then
the
why
stat
didn't
block
you
for
tell
it.
us what it did?
Yeah, I knew what it did. I didn't know what it was.
You knew it was the
Okay,
dagger.
fine, but why didn't you tell us what it did?
Because I influenced.
You didn't
I
say
was
shit, and
kinda
then you're like,
scared and
"Why didn't you
possessive."
stop me?"
I can't even say my brother in Christ anymore. I have to say my brother in Satan. What is this?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love playing with you, Jamie. What the hell?
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. my little fairy tale worlds. My little ass fairy tale world.
You have to keep it far away from Jamie.
I'm genuinely so sorry. Please don't be mad.
Are you mad at me?
Jamie, you need to record an apology video with ukulele and dog right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh. All my cute little guys.
We can take care of this threat immediately. It'll
We
be
can
okay.
politely ask for it back.
We can take it back.
I'm sorry?
You could try.
You can certainly try.
Well,
Yeah, I was
watch
gonna
you try to
was-
do it.
I was gonna say, you can try.
Unfortunately, I think we will all have to try, because we all live here.
Yeah, no, I just meant immediately.
You really say, okay, this one. Oh my good.
Jamie, I'm so sorry. I do not think that's going to hold up in court.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Why are you saying lies? That's true.
Hey guys, do you think that statement's true? Yes or no?
I think Jamie is gaslighting us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's,
Also,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm more
Can-
devastated that it was a gift from our friend the Gibbet and we don't have it anymore.
Yes, it was
Also,
created ex nihilo by the gibbet.
I
yeah.
feel really, 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 really
Okay, hang on. Okay, really quickly.
That's what I feel more bad about. I'm gonna be so real.
To revisit an earlier analogy, we are all at a dealership, and we're looking at cars, and we're thinking about what we want to do, and the sort of dealer comes up, and he's like, okay, so here's sort of the opening price, here's what I'm thinking, and we start, like, looking through, opening up our phones, looking at our bank accounts, opening up our wallets, looking what we've got, and then Jamie walks up with a padlocked briefcase, opens it up, and there is a just full-ass relic of a Christian saint in it.
Yep.
And it's like, I will give it this to you for this, like, 40-year-old BMW.
Are those the bones of Saint Peter? Yes.
Yes,
the
they are.
BMW.
Also off
And then
topic, did we recently
to all of us who
purge
did not know what
all
was
of
in the
the
briefcase,
emojis?
why did you stop me?
Where I didn't even see the briefcase. Where'd you get it? That wasn't in the car when we got here.
All of a sudden, the briefcase was open. Dalton's literally like, I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was
Oh, we
sitting
were
on
all
the
over on the
bench.
bench. We were all over on the bench.
bench.
We were all over on the bench looking in our backpacks.
Oh god.
We decided what car we wanted. We all said, okay, let's go over to the bench. Let's talk about this a little bit. And then Jamie just
And
didn't come over to the
meanwhile-
bench with us. And decided, nah, I got it.
I said, I have a deed to a house. I don't know exactly where it is. It's
Or
somewhere
what's in it.
DC,
The house is
and
a
then
nuke,
handed
by the
over the
way.
White House.
Oh,
Shannon just
It's
can't
okay.
stop cooking tonight.
it's okay, Jamie. This is all part of your long con plan, right? This.
I have such a good plan. Don't even
Hey,
worry.
Anna, never assume
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
assume that.
Let them cook. I'm sorry, Jamie. I'm never letting you cook again.
All of us have said that.
Yes. Now, Anna, now you're learning what we've
I
learned
get it
while
now.
playing with
I
Jamie.
understand now.
Before you do something drastic, stop and think. Take a breath.
Is it?
Take a second.
You know,
and
I
also,
was-
let us know. Let us
I was-
know.
Thinking about that flow chart that I made during the Jublex campaign earlier today, and I went, I gotta start following that. And then I did this instead.
You gotta tell us what you're thinking. Give us a
For
hint.
those that are unaware, the flow chart was. Let me go see if I can find it. It's very, very good advice to follow. I made it in a moment of godly clarity.
And then God has left you every day since.
Mhm.
Absolutely correct. I've never followed this since I made it. Where does G fall in the alphabet?
What?
Working on it.
After F?
Yeah.
Before H, somewhere in there. I think you need to figure out the alphabet before you go making other huge world-ending decisions. I'm going to be honest.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh. Well. Tattercoat nights just got even more interesting.
Oh, I found it.
Coats are about to get a little more tattered.
This really tatters my coats, gang.
My coat has been tattered. I won't lie.
But at least you can't
What?
take fall damage.
I can't take fall damage anymore, so suck it, losers. I guess. If that knife does fall damage, I'm good once per session.
Yeah, this is a very good flow chart. I think we should start pulling it out.
Is there a way to have
Jamie, I'm
this
gonna
like?
beam this into your brain every
I
5
made
minutes
it!
during a session.
Is there any
I'm going
way for us to like tattoo this onto your iris or something? So it's
Yeah.
always in your field of vision.
Can you like tape it on top of your monitor? Just to be safe?
Or like before any time you make a decision, we like play like a record scratch and go, all right, now we must think, should you do this?
There needs to
Can
be
you-
like, okay, so we need to like set up a remote spray bottle at Jamie's desk, and all of us have a button at our desk.
Button.
Yes.
Here, let me just pin this message for you real quick, Jamie. There you go.
But if
Yay,
all of
make it
us,
Less likely
but
for
if all of us
what we
push
talked
the
about.
button,
Oh,
if all of us push the button at once, like all of us agree that we need to spray Jamie with the bottle, then their
It
computer
actually
just shuts
turns off
down.
their computer. Yeah.
No.
It just dumps a bucket on their PC.
See, earlier in this session, I was like, man, maybe that was a really bad idea taking that second upgrade. And, like, you made me feel a lot better about it, Jamie.
Exactly. I live to uplift.
I appreciate it.
I'm inspired. I think I might do something. I'm inspired to do something, perhaps.
All right, good
Inspired
night.
to start
Oh,
taking
good night.
powers that
Wait,
involve
Dalton, do you want to
healing.
play? Do you want to play rifles?
I said no at the beginning of the session.
Oh, I
I'm also
forgot
saying
that I
no
asked
now.
you. I'm sorry. Okay, good night.
I am extra saying no now. Good night.
Good night.